I don't remember. How do I know if this thing's on? Is this on?
I don't-
Yeah, it's on. I don't know. Kevin,
We
buddy,
good?
are you? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Kevin's not here. I haven't seen him in weeks.
Summer vacation.
Yeah.
He went on hiatus like we did, never came back.
Did you tell him we were recording this week? I thought you were going to tell him. Wait, was I supposed to tell him? Oh, crap. Hey, buddy. All right.
Levels?
Levels.
So I think we need to alter the format of the show for this week.
Sorry, wait, what?
Well, since we were on hiatus last week, I mean, we're both on vacation, right? Last week, we should spend the entire time sending each other pictures that we took during our vacations and then just describe them to the listeners for the entire episode.
Look, you've had some bad ideas during our run here.
Yeah, who could forget the all zucchini all the time programming?
Also, don't forget the theme song that was all farting.
For the record, only one of those two things are true.
Toddlers, you get to figure out which one.
Sorry, bad ideas. Where were we? Yes, please continue.
Okay, but this is not one of them. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we are filling up with gas before we leave town.
Buckle up, toddlers. Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dewayne Johnson and Todd Prinz, where failure's always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. While you were doing the opening, I hit the button to lower the volume by one notch, and then you just went away, and I thought, oh, no, not again. And then I realized, wait, that's the mute button. Okay, no, I'm on my speakers. No, I'm good. Everything's... I know that's not inspiring confidence. It's fine.
No, really. I know how to do this. I know. I can podcast, really.
Yeah. Yep. No. Yep.
So you sent me the picture of you guys filling up with gas on the way to leave town. Yep. On our way to leave town, between our house and the airport, we're driving the truck and a rock hits the windshield and boom. And I've got about the size of a good solid quarter, spider right in the middle of my windshield right now. I'm like, oh, this is starting out great. This is a great way to go on vacation. So, getting that fixed tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Are they just they're just patching it, or are they getting you a new windshield?
They think they're just patching it. At least the guy on the phone thinks he's just patching it. And I right now also think he's just patching it, but I could be wrong. We will. Toddlers, stay tuned. Content begets content. Okay, so anyway, we're not really going to do this the entire episode, right? For the entire, that was just
no.
Okay,
that was just a bit.
That was just a bit.
We just set up a premise, and then we tried to deliver on it. On the other hand, we both have travel stories, so I think we will be getting to some travel stories, but probably not with pictures.
Hopefully, not with pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Feedback, follow-up, and updates that we caught while we were out. I had nothing from toddler number one.
Yeah, we listened to the last two episodes while driving to San Diego, but that was at the beginning of a vacation 2 weeks ago. So who knows? We're gonna call it clean.
We did. Oh wait. We did listen. We listened to the last episode. We didn't listen to the episode out of time, but we listened to the episode before. So we skipped like 2 months worth of episodes. Listened to the episode where I changed out the TV.
Yes.
Amy, that's a different TV in my basement. She apparently did not notice that it's now an Insignia and no longer a Toshiba. So
with feet and a working remote.
Thank God. But it works. She was watching it today. So yes. So educational podcast. Amy learned she got a TV.
I will just I will say no. We did listen to the episode out of time. Lisa enjoyed it. Once again, I just remembered how diabolical that game was. We had no chance. The fact that you even got to 10 is amazing. And in the car, she looked at me. She goes, "You really are bad at these games." I'm like, yes, yes, I am.
Let's see. From Toddler 401k. This is not financial advice, but construction updates is my new favorite update. So if you guys wanted to keep doing house projects, I'd be mostly okay with that.
Yeah, keep it under a dollar amount.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, right? We got a thanks, Eli, from Lisa. Apparently, in the episode Out of Time.
Yep.
That episode deserves a toddy. Okay. Last follow-up, Dwayne's reaction to the U is probably one of the best moments of the pod to date. In my mind, it ranks right up there with the food truck drag race. Yep. Todd absolutely broke me with that. Yep. Also, he was screaming, "Give him a bell" on the famous cock answer. And then you did. So Toddler 401k was happy during his listen.
I'm glad that we provided some entertainment.
We do what we can. Tyler Matt Damon, glad Todd covered the whole Southampton scandal this week. I was following it, but he did a great job covering the lawsuits. So thank you for that.
It's what the people come for. Discussion about lawsuits of English second-tier football. It's what we're known for. That and Brett Favre. This is awesome.
Clearly. Toddler number 6. I knew Todd was going to make a joke about newspapers. I got to tell you, that joke delivered. You're welcome. Number 2, Marge. That's my grandmother and his grandmother. Marge is pissed at your commentary on carrots in Jell-O salad. He's not wrong.
Because we put too much carrots in it or not enough carrots in it.
Just the fact that we were criticizing the fact that they existed at all, I think, would be what Marge would have a problem with.
Yeah.
Gonna need a full report on the New York and New Jersey DAs investigating FIFA. He also recommends a guest speaker, my father, attorney extraordinaire. So
here's the problem. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I hope you get a friends and family rate, because if what we tell a lawyer is, hey, can you review this case and then come and talk about it? We're going to get billed in 6-minute increments for this. So I don't know. We're going to need some more advertising.
Maybe we can hit up the Legal Eagles.
That'd be great. Or, hey, Larry, what do you think about this? Do you want my professional opinion? Absolutely not. We can't afford it. Just your regular opinion, please. Can we afford that?
And lastly, at a Toddler number 6, on the Press 2,
yeah,
his guess was Porno Hotline.
You know what? That might be less offensive than what they were doing in Seattle.
I think you may be correct.
I mean, at least people would be like, oh, okay, cool. Matter of fact, if they did that, that could probably be how they could fund. Okay, synergy. If they did that and then charged people for the phone call, you could use that money to pay for the actual transcription or the translation service. You know what? Just call us. We'll take care of whatever you need.
This wasn't really
actually,
it was more of a follow-up.
Yep.
But Toddler 818, Michael said he can confirm that he did know Greg Abel's name as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. It did help that Berkshire Weekend was a couple of weeks prior. The guy apparently lives in Des Moines. That was something that I learned last week.
Look how far Berkshire Hathaway is falling. Their previous CEO lived in Omaha. Now their new guy is like, Omaha is too glitzy for me. I need to go someplace a little more off the beaten path.
Is there some place where 2 major interstates connect that's not Omaha in the Midwest? Yeah. Hey, sure. Yeah. How do we feel about some follow-up?
Oh, I've got some follow up here. We
Okay.
got plenty. A while ago, we talked about Jose Marino, who is the football coach who has been paid enormous sums of money for teams. Teams pay lots of money to get him, and then usually before his contract ends, they pay lots and lots of money for him to leave.
Yes.
His nickname that he gave himself, by the way, when I say his nickname, he named himself the Special One.
Yeah, I don't think that's allowed.
Well, anybody that calls him that might be special, but in a different way. Anyway, guess what? He's back.
Of course he is.
Maybe.
Oh.
He has signed a 3-year contract to become the next manager of Real Madrid, arguably the largest club in the world. He was there before, and now they're bringing it back in. Real Madrid has been a complete disaster this year. There have been infighting. They've had interim coach. There's a overall vibe that they assemble a large amount of star players, and none of them want to be coached. So they're all doing individual things. So the president of the club said, I know how to solve this. And he signed Marino to a 3-year contract. One small thing, however, the presidency of Real Madrid, like all the clubs in Spain, is a position that's voted on. There is a vote of who is the next president of the club, I believe, this Saturday. The person who is running against him has said, if he's elected, there is no way that Marino becomes his head coach. He has somebody else in mind. So understand this. Marino left his previous job and has a contract in place for the next 3 years. And by Sunday, the new president of the club may say, I don't want you. Depending on how the contract is written, he may set a new record for himself in which he gets paid to leave before ever coaching a game. Normally, he's there 1.5 years before he pisses everybody off and they pay him to go away. He could get 3 years worth of pay for never showing up to work.
Look, I can tell you how this one's going to play out already.
Yeah. I mean, that's insane. Also, let's see. Oh, speaking of the Southampton cheating scandal that toddler number 6 referenced.
Yes.
So documents of the investigation came out, and it was clear by the documents that the manager of the club is the one that sort of made low-level employees do all of the spying. The low-level employees basically said it was pretty much made clear if I didn't go do, I knew it was wrong, but if I didn't go do this, he would fire me. And so it's the investigation basically said it was absolutely for the 3 instances of spying that they were caught for, and that they got kicked out of the playoffs for, and that they got a points deduction for. It's absolutely on the manager. The chairman of the club said, yep, that was bad. But I'm not going to get rid of the guy, because I think we were punished too much for it. And that's not his fault that we got over-punished for cheating. Now, he did point out, he left the door open, because it's entirely possible the club has been punished, but this dude might be punished and suspended. So the chairman did say, now, if he's suspended, obviously we're going to have a manager, because I can't have a manager who is suspended, which tells me, look, I'm not going to fire the dude. If you want to fire him for me,
and if he has to go away,
if
out
that's
of my
coming
hands,
from you, I don't have to pay him.
Right. Yes.
But if I fire him, I have to pay him,
right?
Or we get into a lawsuit. So what I'm telling you is, I'm going to keep him. Please, somebody, please take care of this for me.
Somebody do my job for me.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought it was fitting there. You gave credit to toddler number 6 and overlooked toddler Matt Damon in credit for that story, which is very Matt Damon.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Look at that. I looked at the wrong note. Oh. Do you just want to pencil in the actually for next week? Like, yeah. It's literally even in the rundown, and I can't. Yeah. All right. At the end of May, Waymo riders were noticing that they went to get Waymos to take them to the airports and stuff in the Bay Area, Los Angeles, Miami, and Phoenix. And suddenly, the Waymos were going completely out of the way to go do these rides, to get to the airport. Like, things that should take 15 minutes were now taking like 45 minutes. What people figured out was the Waymos were no longer driving on freeways. Now, fun fact, Waymo didn't tell anybody. They didn't put in their app, hey, by the way, we're not taking freeways. They didn't put anything on their webpage, hey, we're not taking freeways. They didn't tell any federal or state regulators, hey, we're not taking freeways. Suddenly, out of the blue, the Waymos just stopped going on freeways. When asked for a comment, Waymo didn't reply. And then after a few days, the Waymos started taking the freeways again. I don't know what's worse, them saying we have a problem with our cars, or them having a problem with their cars and not saying it.
Is this in any way related to the Waymo that drove through the flood? Unoccupied Waymo, but the car drove into floodwaters and all Waymos were grounded at that point.
I don't think so. I think this is a different problem.
Of course it is, because
yeah. So
fantastic. Thanks for the Waymo update. Yep.
Yep. And then normally, what's the old adage? Dog bites man, not a story. Man bites dog. Now right. You got yourself a story.
Yep. Now that's a story. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I saw this story.
Yeah. So this is sort of in your general neck of the woods.
Yes.
Scottsbluff, Nebraska, I believe. There was a police responded to a shooting at a convenience store. And when they got there, they did see that a shotgun had gone off and had from inside of a car and had damaged a car and hit at least one woman. She took a pellet to the arm, so it wasn't like life-threatening. And so then when the police started investigating, what they determined was inside the car was a loaded shotgun with a chamber with a shell already chambered, and a dog in the back seat with the shotgun. They believe that the dog was walking back and forth and somehow fired the gun. Now, I look at that and go, is that really what you think? Or do you actually think that the dog went, I know how this works, and I'm sick of sitting in the back seat, and they don't want to tell anybody that, because once the dogs figure out how to use the guns, we're going to have some problems. Anyway, dog shoots woman, Nebraska, feels like it should be a Florida man story.
Damn it, Sally. I said no more begging strips.
You do not put baby in the corner.
Let's see. I had one.
Yeah.
World Cup price watch update.
We somehow going down and up at the same time.
Yeah. So over the last 60 days, the average group stage get-in price is now down 16% per ticket data. And prices have sort of stabilized over the last 2 weeks while the game of chicken continues. I'm not buying, maybe they go down. I'm not selling them. I'm not lowering the price because people are going to buy. So there's this standoff. By the way, the average get in the door price for a group stage ticket, Todd?
$106 on the secondary market.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'll stick with 106.
$592.
Oh, I thought you said, what would you be willing to pay to get into a game? Not what they're charging. Sorry.
That's a different number. That's a different number.
It's a completely different number. Along with that, though, I will point out, so there was concern about how hot many of these matches are going to be because they're taking place in the United States during summer, in the Midwest, Kansas City, and
New York. Yep.
Yeah. So FIFA decided, so there's already rules. We've even talked about this in the NWSL. There are rules that FIFA has in place that if the wet bulb temperature exceeds a certain amount, then you take a hydration break midway in the middle of the first half and the middle of the second half. Because everybody's worried about this, FIFA said, okay, yeah, hydration breaks. But in order to be fair to everybody, every game will have a 3-minute hydration break in the first half and a 3-minute hydration break in the second half. To be fair. Local U.S. rights holder Fox Sports then said, yeah, so basically you're putting a 3-minute commercial break in the middle of a game that doesn't have any commercial breaks. And so Fox has been selling the commercial time during that. So there will be commercial breaks. So they're stopping the game for commercials. Hydration.
Hydration.
Because it's very important.
Hydration. Yes,
also,
that's why.
Then there was an additional question about, well, will coaches... This is only supposed to be for hydration. This isn't supposed to be to stop the game in the middle of it and change your tactics. There was an ask, can coaches use iPads or anything they have during these hydration breaks? And FIFA said, yeah, they're allowed. So if they're allowed, yeah, they can do this. The only thing that's not allowed, fun fact, the players cannot leave the field of play during the hydration break, because technically the game is still going on. So they can't step off the pitch, and the coach can't step on the pitch. Anyway, now, this is all because this whole hydration thing, it's going to be super hot. This is super dangerous. Although, to be completely honest, I don't understand how world-class athletes can't run for 20 minutes. And we know from the Premier League that in a 90-minute match, the ball's only in play for 50 minutes. So really, you're talking about maybe 15 minutes of exertion, and then we're going to need orange slices. Whatever, fine. But 2 weeks ago, FIFA said because it's going to be so hot, spectators will be allowed to bring in empty water containers. So they have to be empty, unscrew them, so that they can then go and use water in the stadium for hydration.
Sure.
Yesterday, FIFA changed the guidance and said, to be clear, no water containers are allowed to be brought in from the outside. Because it's going to be so hot, you're going to need to buy the water. I wonder how much the water is going to cost.
Toddlers? Sounds like a mission.
Yes. Speaking of concession prices.
Oh, did you get one? Oh, unscheduled update here.
We have travel stories. So let me get to that later.
Okay.
That's a reminder to Todd that I just did out loud. That's not how that works.
Okay. You know what it's time for? It's time for Danny's favorite segment.
Yeah, you're going to make it all 220?
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Well, you sound like a pretty handy guy.
Still cracks me up. You still have a basement full of stuff. How's your house?
Okay, so we've got multiple projects going on. It's all the same thing, but so I'm gonna divide these projects up. So
okay.
I showed you our family room, which had a fireplace and had 2 doors. Now doesn't have a fireplace and has 1 door. So family room, new floor, painted baseboards, outside of the house stuccoed, tick. Family room done. Living room. Living room. Ripped out the carpeting, put in new flooring, redid the baseboards, and had to do remove some glass blocks that were overlooking, and put up a new patch that wall, paint it. Living room done. Tick.
Excellent.
Guest bathroom. Take out the old flooring, put in new flooring, new toilet, baseboard. That project. Tick. Master bedroom. Closet had a door that opened out the wrong way, so 2 doors smashed into each other, and it was like a logic puzzle to get in and out of the room. Which door do I move? Door reversed, painted, put all back together again. Master bedroom project. Tick. Done. Master bathroom. Rip out all the flooring, rip out the existing vanity, rip out the toilet, put in new flooring, paint, new toilet, put in a vent, new vanity, take out the old mirror, put in 2 separate lighted mirrors, and redo the electricity so that we have more plugs. That is not done yet. ETA on that is Monday. So that one's not done, but that is the last of the projects of this round. So family room done, living room done, master guest bathroom done, master bedroom done, master bathroom scheduled to be done by the beginning of next week. How about you? How's your shower going?
This is, I got to say, Todd,
Yeah.
This is starting to sound like Todd's House of Theseus.
We bought a nice house and we're making it nicer.
And
Kitchen
none of it is original. It's a brand new house.
Quite a bit. No, well, we're already talking with the contractor about phase 2. Specifically, kitchen is going to need to be done. And then after they put in the new baseboards and the new door molding in the new places, you suddenly go, wait, the house, these rooms don't look like they were built in the 90s. They look new and modern. How much could it be to put in new baseboard and door trim and just call it good in the rest of the house? So anyway, there's some rooms we're not going to touch other than baseboard. So, but yes, the project expanded a little bit, if I'm honest. It did expand a little. There were some change orders. Change orders occurred.
Yeah.
How about you? How's the shower pan?
So I think when we last left the shower pan, it was in transit to our house.
You were hoping that it was going to arrive at your house before you guys left, because otherwise it was going to sit on your front porch while you were gone.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I got a phone call I got a notice on my phone. I got a notice on my phone that it was not going to be delivered until Tuesday, which is the day we were getting on a plane. And so I got on the horn to the shipping company and said, so what's the deal? They're like, well, yeah, it's here. This was Friday afternoon of Memorial Day weekend, Friday afternoon. I'm like, can somebody come and pick it up this afternoon? I mean, is there a chance you can still deliver it this afternoon? No, it's too late. No. Can somebody come and get it this? Well, we're going to close here in about 15 minutes. No, I can't really get home. At this point, I'm at Drake Stadium watching my niece run in the state track meet. So she runs and then I get up and I go out and I get on the phone again with them. Okay, so I'm like, is there an option for somebody to come and pick it up? I don't know, tomorrow, Saturday? Is that a possibility? Sure, yeah, we'll set it out on the dock. You can come and pick it up. Fantastic. So then I get on the phone with my contractor. I'm like, okay, Zach, here's the deal. While I know this is my pan, this is not my problem. You're going to need to scramble somebody on Saturday to go over and pick this up and deliver it to my house. Yep, I can do that. So they did. They sorted that out, brought it in, put it in my garage on Saturday, and there it sat the entire time we were gone. We get home on Sunday. Yes.
It wasn't sitting. It was acclimating.
Yes.
Isn't this a plastic pan? Shut up. It was acclimating.
It continued to cure on the floor of the garage.
In heat. Yes.
Yes, sure. Clint shows up on Monday and they did not deliver a faucet.
Okay. Do you need that for a shower?
You might. Do you want us to use the old one? I'm like, well, we paid for a new one. So that was a delay on Monday morning while Clint went to 2 different stores to get what he needed for that. And then the installation started, except when he dropped the pan in, they had measured it wrong.
Sorry, don't mean to laugh, but I'm going to.
And the center hole was off by about a half an inch. And there was no wiggle to it. So then the next thing Clint had to do was take the pan back up. He hadn't secured it or anything. So up the pan goes. He then has to cut into the floor and move the floor drain by about a half an inch so that everything lines up. And then he puts it in and everything is there. And at this point, it's now 4:30. And he has spent the entire day retrieving hardware that should have been delivered and fixing a floor drain that he shouldn't have had to fix to begin with had the measurements been correct. And he's like, you know what? I am tired. We're going to tackle this tomorrow. I'm like, that sounds like a fantastic idea. So
4:30 on Monday, he's like, okay, ready to start.
Right. Yes, pretty much. And we put the pan in, and there was a gap in the front between the pan and the tile that wasn't going to change. And we're like, oh, well, now what do we do? Do we shim everything out and move the floor drain again, or what? I don't know. So anyway, so when Clint leaves, he gets on the phone with my contractor and with the company that sold this pig in a poke to us, and he got further instructions. So he came back on Tuesday morning. He's like, oh, so the outside edge that's sitting on the floor in the garage, that goes right where that gap is. And so we're going to cut and we're going to cover that, and it's going to fit in perfectly. And by golly, if it didn't, it was everything at that point, then it was perfect. And Clint's just cooking along, and he's putting sides up. He's, boom, boom, boom. Again, gets to 5. He works all day on this shower. Gets to 5 o'clock. The doors are not up. The shower faucet and shower head is not installed. He's like, you know what? I think I've had a day. I'm like, you know what? I think that sounds great. He said, okay, are you available tomorrow morning? Yep, you can come tomorrow morning. I've got a meeting at 1 o'clock, but you've got all morning tomorrow morning to finish it up. Gets to about 12:15, and I can see that he is not going to be done in time for me to get to my 1 o'clock meeting. So I moved my 1 o'clock meeting. I'm like, my meeting got canceled. You're good. Take your time. There's no need to rush. He spent the entire day on, this was a 1.5-day project that took 3 days plus how many weeks? I don't know. Anyway, this was a really, really long project, but we now have doors installed. He does need to, it needs outside trim to just finish it. So that's being shipped to my house. And when it shows up, Clint will come back and install the outside trim. But as of this moment, well, not as of this moment, because it still has to cure for 48 hours before we can use it. But as of Saturday, my wife will have a shower that she can actually use.
Here's what I heard, though. The trim's not there and it's being shipped. I still have a chance to get my last project done ahead of the trim being installed.
Yes, you do. It is a race.
Hey, Juan, how quickly can we do this, man?
Oh, God.
I'm sure that paint doesn't need to dry. Just go ahead and just put the thing in. It's okay. So what this says is construction updates lives for another week.
It does. Yes.
Yes.
Should we I can see where the time is. Should we move to Todd Oughta Know?
Yeah, we should do that. Sure.
And I'm here, Yas Queen, to remind Todd of the mess Todd made when he answered wrong. Todd oughta know.
That's right. That sound means it's time for Todd Oughta Know. Something that Todd ought to know this week. Todd, trivia question for you. Ready? Where did my trivia question go? Here it is. What franchise drafted 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the same draft?
By quarterbacks, I'm assuming we're talking NFL.
2 Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks. That is correct.
Just making sure this isn't one of those stupid ones of just... Well, it's an actually Australian Football League. Damn it. I'm supposed to know that. Well, I mean,
Yes,
if you were
it's something Todd ought to
thinking this
know.
through, you should have known. I mean, you're the one that keeps bringing up European soccer. Fine, we're going to bring up Australian football. I
For bonus
drafted.
points, name them. But let's start with yes.
I mean, here's the thing. Just because you drafted them doesn't mean they went into the Hall of Fame with you. But because my first thought was, well, we can safely rule out the Bears.
You're correct. That is not the correct answer.
Yes. Yeah. For all the Bears quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame.
Right. And you are also correct that neither of these two players are in the Hall of Fame for the team that drafted them.
For reasons I'm not sure why, I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
That's a good guess.
Because I know they got one.
Is not correct. Do you want to try again?
All right. Well, there's only 31 more to go. So, all right, buckle up. Let's see. How about the Dallas Cowboys?
That is another good guess. That is not correct. And neither of these two guys ever played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. All right.
You give up?
I'll do one more.
Okay.
How about the New York Football Jets?
It is not the New York Football Jets.
I wish it was. Wouldn't that be great if the Jets had drafted two Hall of Fame quarterbacks and they never played for the Jets? Come on, that's about the most jetty thing you could possibly do.
It really is. Well, your other guess could have been the Browns.
To be honest, the punchline for that joke could be either one of those.
Could be either way. It's a very Brownie kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes. The answer to the trivia question, which franchise drafted two Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the same draft? The answer is in 1979, the Kansas City Royals in the 4th round drafted Dan Marino, and in the 18th round, they drafted John Elway.
So, franchise, I see what you did there.
The key word there was franchise.
I'm also going to point out,
yes,
no offense meant.
Sure.
This is why the Royals suck, because they were drafting quarterbacks. Everybody else is drafting like people who hit home runs and can pitch. And they're like, I like the cut of his jib, the way he throws that spiral. We should get him.
This was 1979. They did win they went to the World Series in 1980 and they won in 1985. So they weren't totally bad. But yes, sure. Okay.
That would have meant that they were both of them coming out of high school then?
Yes.
Because they were both in the class of 83. So, yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
At this point, I'm kind of, again, I was going to say, no offense meant, but I actually mean this one a little bit. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't built some statues to those guys and said, look what we did.
See, if either of these guys had been better at baseball. Never mind. Let's see. We've got, that was Todd ought to know. Idiots? How about the Scott Frost Memorial Idiot of the Week?
I think both of our idiots are going to be covered in our travel stories.
Okay.
So,
fantastic.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about going to Seattle?
Sure. And I'm actually going to start with my idiot. So
okay.
Amy and I bought tickets to go. We bought the combo ticket to go up in the Space Needle for sunset, which was really cool, and do the Chihuly Museum, Glass Museum. So we bought this combo ticket. And so we went through the museum and Amy had a problem loading the tickets onto her phone. So we just went up to the desk and they printed out the ticket for us. So we had two actual hard tickets to scan to get in. Fantastic. Great. So we just zip in, we go, do the Chihuly Museum, and then eat, because we spent most of Seattle eating, and then went over to the Space Needle, and the tickets wouldn't work over at the Space Needle. So the guy behind the ticket counter gets on the radio and calls for help. Another lady comes over. She can't make it work either, and then goes to log in on the laptop there at the ticket counter and doesn't remember the password to log in to the laptop at the ticket counter. So she gets on the walkie-talkie. Hey, does anyone know the password to the laptop at the ticket counter? Which goes to
Everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
And anybody within earshot
Sure.
of everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because they weren't using the ones that stick in
Earpieces.
your ear. They're
Yeah.
just, open, whatever. Back comes the answer from someone. Yes, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I mean, it's at least a minimum of 8 characters. So
It did. Yep.
yeah.
I'm not sure whether the idiot is the person that devised the password or the one who read it over the intercom. Yes.
Sure. I don't.
One or the other, maybe both. My Seattle idiots. There you go. Do you want to alternate on these?
No, well, I'll let you go and then we'll go.
Okay. We did all the touristy stuff. Honestly,
Yeah.
I hadn't been in Seattle for 10 years. Amy had never been. And even when I was there for work. I barely made it one time to Pike Place Market while everybody was closing up. So I saw almost nothing when I was there.
Yeah.
And so we did the market, we did the Needle, we did the Cholula Glass Museum, we did the Museum of Flight.
There you go. Okay. Did you enjoy it?
I'm like, we've got a day. It's close. It's not that expensive. And you can get in some airplanes that I can't normally get in.
Yes.
Right?
How did you enjoy the Concorde?
It was small.
Yes.
And really cool. We got in the Concorde. We got in the Air Force One that LBJ used to fly to Dallas in 1963.
Okay.
The one that he flew home on is in the Air Force Museum that's in Ohio. So, but we saw the one. We were in a 747, huge plane. We were in a Dreamliner, which was really cool. We saw a pair of MiGs. They were inverted. It's because we were right. We saw F-14 Tomcat. We saw all kinds of. We saw SR-71 Blackbird. We saw it was pretty cool. I'm like, this might be a couple of hours. We were there for 5 hours. That was great. That was really great. On Friday, I played Chambers Bay, which is like top 12 on the list of courses you can play. The front was intimidating. I'm not going to lie. I did not score very well on the front. I mean, I was all right, but I'm like, I looked at, and so I had a caddy because this is a walking course. Nobody rides. There are no golf carts. It's a walking course. You get a caddy, off you go. And I looked at my caddy after about 3 holes. Really, I do know how to play golf. I swear I do. And then I was 3 over on the back with a birdie on 17. So, and would have been better if I hadn't taken a double bogey on 15. I was cooking on the back. The back was, I really, really came into it. And then on the last day, no, same day, we drove up Mount Rainier and parked and hiked and took pictures of waterfalls. Really cool. Really, really big trees. As high, we only got to about 5,600 feet, which is where the inn was and the ranger station. And there was one more waterfall, but the trail was snow-packed and covered with snow. And we were not built for that at 38 degrees. We were not prepared. And we said, you know what? Let's get in the car and go have dinner. So we did. So, yep. So that was the Seattle trip. A lot of fun. Highly recommend it. There's some really, really good food. Stayed in an Airbnb downtown. So everything was really, really walkable. highly recommend Seattle.
Excellent. By the way, the 747 that you were in,
Mm-hmm.
that's the first one that was ever built.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, you said it's a huge plane. That is the smallest version of the 747. That's a 747-100. They then made the 200, the 400, and the 800. That's the tiny, well, there's a small one, the SP, but mostly speaking, that's the small one. That's the pocket one. Then they got big after that. So
Dang.
great, Todd. Nobody asked for that. I know. That's what makes it special.
How about you? How was San Diego?
San Diego was good. It was good. We left on a Sunday afternoon and we were going to drive from the undisclosed location. Should be about 6.5 hours. Get up. So it's going to be 7 hours. Sucks. And we have to drive from the undisclosed location. We drive through Las Vegas. And here's what I'm noticing. So we got Apple Maps. We're now in the car. It tells us when we're going to arrive. And it tells us that we're now 7 hours away. We have driven for 2 hours. And it's still telling us that it is 7 hours away.
And you've gotten further away.
The closer we get, we are literally not getting any closer according to the map.
That's not good.
Time-wise.
Yes.
The more time we spend in the car, like literally time has stopped. Not ideal. And at one point, I was getting a little frustrated with this. And I would like, what kind of time vortex are we? Like, at this rate, I will be in San Diego and it will tell me it's going to take 7 hours to get to the hotel. Like, that's one of the reasons for the backup is because of the agricultural inspection station just across the California border on I-15. Is it manned? No. Does it slow down traffic to a complete crawl? Yes. Yes, it does. Hey, listen, California, do what you want to do. Like, I get it and all. But, like, if you're not going to man it, can we just, like, go? I was telling somebody about this at work who hasn't ever lived out west. And and he's driving down to San Diego. And I'm like, by the way, when you get outside of Nevada, when you cross the border, there's agricultural inspection station. He goes, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. It's like a toll booth. It goes all the way across. He's like, wait, what do you mean? It's a toll road? I'm like, no, it's not a toll road. But they basically slow down traffic. It's like a toll plaza and you slow down. And they can put people out there. What are they looking for? Fruit, like from the fruit flies. This is when the whole thing. It's like, so you have to slow down? Well, yeah, because it's very narrow. Okay, what are they looking for? Right now, nothing, because they're not there. So wait, you slow down? Yes.
Uh-huh.
To look at nothing? Yes. And this caused an hour-long traffic jam on a Sunday? Yes. California's a weird place, man. Anyway, that was my idiot of the week, was the unmanned California Agricultural Inspection Station that still added a 1 hour delay to our drive because we were in stop and go traffic for an hour to get through an unmanned inspection station.
And then once you're through, it's clear sailing.
Well, no, because they also built it. This is a fun fact. So they built it as soon as you get through, you're clear sailing for a quarter mile, and then the road bends to the right, and then you go up a mountain pass. Oh. So everybody just gets through and gets speed, and then the semis are going up a mountain pass, and then you're crawling up a mountain pass. And then that's great. On the way down, then you pick up speed until you get to the mountain pass outside of LA, and then you got to crawl up the mountain pass again. So California is a big state. There's a lot of empty stuff there. Baker. Wow. Okay, good luck. Anyway, we got to San Diego. We're standing, getting ready to cross the street. What pulls up in front of us? Lisa, is that a Waymo? It is a Waymo.
Sweet.
I've never seen one. Well, now you have. Is there anybody in it? No, but it was moving on its own. So we're going to count that as a victory. It wasn't stopped. The door was closed. It wasn't honking or flashing its lights. It was just going with traffic. So another successful non-trip from Waymo.
Like Todd goes up and tries to open the door just to...
Yeah. I'm just lucky that like the LiDAR scanner didn't pick up my face and then just like flip me the bird. Like, stop it. We know who you are.
We know.
We're not impressed.
We've been listening to your podcast.
Yeah.
You have a podcast?
So we did a bunch of the things. We did the tourist things. So Sunday night we went to Little Italy. On Monday, which was Memorial Day, we went to La Jolla, and then realized that was the stupidest thing we could do because all of San Diego had gone to La Jolla for the beaches on Memorial Day. So after we got out of traffic, we left La Jolla, and instead we said, you know what? There's a baseball game. So we went to Petco.
Nice.
By the way, at Petco, we did cover some concession prices.
Excellent.
Dewayne, a can of Bud Light at Petco Park, how much?
$16.25.
Oh, you overshot. $14.99.
Oh, okay.
Premium beer. By the way, that's what it's called. Premium beer. No idea. It's like the generic premium. It's like a white can that just says premium beer on it.
It says premium beer.
Yeah.
Premium in big letters. Beer
Yeah.
in small letters. Let's stick with $16.25.
Oh, nope. The premium is $18.99.
Oh, damn.
If you want a souvenir beverage, which includes refill on the day of purchase only for soft drinks, basically.
$17.99.
Oh, you're going to love Petco Park. It's $10.99.
Dang.
And how about a Friar Frank, which is a hot dog? It's not a padre named Frank. It's yeah. It's an actual hot dog.
$8.50.
Holy crap! It's $8.49. Yes.
Oh.
Give yourself a bell. All right. Oh, however, we did that Carl Strauss Brewing Company. They did have some specialty cocktails. Dewayne, how much is a home plate margarita, which includes Cutwater, tequila, blanco, lime, and agave, single?
Does it come in a souvenir glass?
I don't believe it does.
$12.
$17.99.
$17.99. Same as the premium beer.
If you want a double, how much is that?
$24.99.
$29.99.
Dang.
Yeah. That is also the same prices for the spicy strawberry margarita, the watermelon fizz, the pineapple on deck, and then the sour bullet or boulet bourbon with sweet and sour mix, squeeze of lime. Do you want to guess?
That's going to be bullet. That's going to be bullet bourbon. It's not boulet. It's not a French bourbon.
Look, if you want me to pronounce it bullet, get rid of that damn I out of it. How much is a double of that?
$26.50.
$32.99.
I went the wrong direction.
Yes, apparently that's a premium boulet. The following day, we went to the San Diego Zoo. First time I've ever been there. That place is fantastic. That's just
amen.
That is amazing. Like how that's in the middle of the city. That's just incredible. Dewayne, souvenir sipper fountain beverage of soft drinks with free refills in the day of purchase at the San Diego Zoo. As a reminder, Petco Park, $10.99.
Is it in the shape of an orca?
It is not, because it's the zoo, not SeaWorld, and they don't have any orcas at the zoo because that's not what they do.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. $12.
$15.99.
Dang. Zoo is expensive.
Zoo is super expensive. Souvenir draft beer.
$17.50.
$18.99.
Dang.
Souvenir popcorn bucket.
$12.99.
You overshot. $11.49.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Saw the zoo. Then we went to the following day. We went to the USS Midway. By the way, I was out on the deck, saw one of the docents. I said, "Hey." Dewayne says, "Hi." Dewayne says, "Hey," and he said, "Who the hell's Dewayne?" So that worked out well.
That was another tour that lasted way longer than I thought it would when we did the USS Midway. We closed that boat down. Sorry, ship. The boats are the things that go on the ships. That's a ship.
So we did have some AI kind of help guide us as to what it was going to take. And when it constructed it, it said plan for 5 hours at the USS Midway. And I told Lisa, I'm like, look, we won't be there that long because like this is more for me. She'll enjoy some of it, but this is more for me. Son of a gun, we spent 5 hours there. And Lisa's like, that was a good 5 hours. We did second idiot of the week, however, on the deck they have some jets and you can get in them, and then people can take pictures of you sitting in a jet. And went to do that. And so I stood in line, and I get in it, and then there's a guy. Lisa's on the deck shooting upwards, and there's a guy on the platform, basically like ready to step into the jet, right behind me.
Yes.
At which point Lisa's like, can you move? He doesn't really speak much English. Turns out he's from Belgium. His wife is next to Lisa yelling at him, get out of the way in Belgium. And he's doing this. I don't what? So Lisa took the pictures and then she's like, we're going to have to take those again. I'm like, I'll fix it. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'll fix it. Like,
I'll just AI him out of there.
Yeah. And by the way, here's how you AI him out of it, right? In Apple Photos on the iPhone, you just go in and you hit the remove tool and you just rub your finger over the guy and then poof, he's gone.
And poof, he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, poof. And she's like, wait, can my phone do that? Yes.
Yes.
Why does anybody tell us about this? So for the Belgian guy who was completely oblivious, also, and then on our, we decided to come home a day early because high temperature there was in the mid 60s. So we left to go where it was warm, but we went back to La Jolla. This time to go see La Jolla, because before we were just in the car in the line of traffic and never actually got out of the car. Spent a couple hours in La Jolla. Oh, lovely little place. Saw the golf course from the beach. Saw the golf course down the cliff. Last guess though, we did take a picture just out on the boardwalk, right on the water. Garnita's Sweet Shop. So just right here, kind of like between the Midway and like if you walk south along the water, representative of any number of concession stands out here. Dewayne, soft serve cone.
On the beach in San Diego, $7.99.
Wanna take another run at that a little higher?
$17.99.
$10.45 for a soft serve cone.
Jesus.
Hot fudge sundae?
Oh. I'm going to go with my first guess. $17.99.
$14.45.
Overshot, but still. Soft serve with melted chocolate on it.
In a cup. Oh, and you also get whipped cream and a cherry on top.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah. And then a churro sundae, which is vanilla soft serve, churro bites, caramel drizzle, and whipped cream.
Oh, that sounds good. Let's go with $17.99.
$14.45 as well.
Oh, same price. Okay.
San Diego's expensive. On the other hand, the zoo's really expensive. But anyway, we got to see pandas and we got to see koalas being fed. So at that point, what do you care how much the lunch costs? Like, I just want to see a koala being fed. Like, that's just awesome. Anyway, there was and then we drove back. You don't have to go through the inspection station as you're leaving California. They're just like, get the hell out. So
they don't care what you take away. They only care what you bring in.
Yes. Take nothing but memories, but please don't bring oranges in. I think that's the sign. Is that from the Bible? No.
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's
yes. And it was there that you carried the oranges. Yes. That was.
You've been watching anything good?
While we were in Seattle, we went and saw the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in an IMAX theater.
Ooh, okay. How was that?
5 jump scares for Amy. The monsters are really big in IMAX, and it's really loud. Could this have been a 4-part series on your TV? Yes, it absolutely could have. Was it entertaining? Heck yeah. Yep. It was. Did I love it? I really liked it. I'll probably watch it a couple more times when it comes to Disney Plus on my TV. It was fun, which is really all I ask for in a summer movie. Didn't have to think too hard. It was fun. Baby Yoda's cute. Does what it says on the tin. Meh. How about you?
We had tickets for that the Friday night of opening weekend, or no, Saturday of opening weekend. But we had a bunch of other stuff to get ready, and that was the night before we were going to leave on our trip. And at about 3:00, we both looked at each other and went, Lisa's like, I'll go if you want to go, but I don't think I want to go to the movie tonight. And I said, I was trying to figure out how to say I don't want to go to the movie tonight. Great, let's we'll be fine. We'll get store credit at the movie theater. That's fine. Anyway, so we haven't seen that yet. Instead, what we've been watching, because we watch on YouTube, we've talked about there's Tom the Taxi Driver, and we just watch shift videos going through London. We just like watching people driving through London. We are now watching a channel called London Eats. It is a gentleman who delivers for Uber Eats and Deliveroo and Just Eat on a electric moped, not that, a real moped. And he just films himself driving through London during the day, at night, overnight. And we get to see different places of London than we do with the taxis, because the taxi normally picks people up. This guy's delivering pizza to places you shouldn't go to at 2:00 in the morning. But he's delivering pizzas. The one phrase we have picked up, though, is every time he sees a police car driving by, and this is the motto for his channel, it's all kicking off, mate. So that's now the catchphrase of the month in this household of just like, I don't know, it's all kicking off, mate. So there we go. London Eats.
I thought maybe this was little clips from the old Hawaii Five-0 series of restaurants of where Jack London
eats.
Was not, this was not that.
No, but that gives me an idea for a new YouTube channel. I mean, I could probably, yeah.
Aloha.
Yeah.
The thing that I learned this week.
Yeah.
I'll be quick and get out. We came back from Seattle to a non-working air conditioner.
Uh-oh. That's problem.
So the thing that I learned.
Hey Clint, can you just fix the
No.
Yeah, I got to order a part. Got to ship it in. It's custom made.
So we've been without air since we got back. The HVAC folks showed up this afternoon. That was as soon as they could get in. Showed up this afternoon. Yes, we have a slow leak in a coil in the furnace, which is not yet 10 years old, which hopefully will work in my favor. But they have, in the meantime, recharged our air conditioner, and it is now cool in my house again. They will order a part tomorrow, and then we'll see how many $1,000 this cost me. So that could have gone in. That could have gone. This is going to have to be
custom. Yeah, this is going to have to be custom made in Wisconsin, and then cured, and then shipped down. Oh my God.
How about you? What'd you learn this week?
So the second time we were in La Jolla, we were walking right along the edge of the beach, and La Jolla, most of the beaches have been overrun by either sea lions or seals. They're just everywhere. And we're like, oh my God, look at all those. And that's adorable. And then all of a sudden, it's just, the smell just punches you right in the face. Like it is terrible.
They are nasty.
Well, here's the thing. And this is what we haven't figured out. So, and by the way, we're used to walk around in London. And what I will tell you is London does not smell good. Okay. It just doesn't. Matter of fact, most big cities don't. We have this thing. You're not in a big city until you get a massive waft of urine. By the way, speaking of which, the entire time we were in San Diego, you're walking around downtown, the entire time, nothing but just getting hit with wafts of urine. Like the whole town just smells like urine. Lisa looked it up and said, what is with the urine smell? Turns out you wouldn't believe how many articles explain about the urine smell in San Diego. The reason is because lots of people live downtown.
Yes.
Lots of people have pets and dogs. We saw them a bunch, and the pets go outside, but they get very little rain. So even though they're relieving themselves outside, it turns to crystals and it doesn't get washed away. Also, there's also a very bad homeless population as well. Take that for what you want. So,
well, if you can be homeless anywhere in the United States,
San Diego's not bad.
Be homeless in San Diego.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So,
yes.
Top tip.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. So we spent 4 days walking around smelling nothing but urine. And then we went to La Jolla, and then it got bad. And here's what we figured out, though, was I'm pretty sure that's the sea lions. But as we were doing that, there was also a massive amount of pelicans that were also there. And so now Lisa and I are like, and this is so bad, you almost don't want to breathe through your nose, and you kind of don't want to breathe through your mouth because you can taste it. And so we're doing this conversation. I think it's the sea lions. I think it's the pelicans. I don't know. Should we go back to the sea lions and take a big whiff? I don't want to do that.
That doesn't like a good idea at all.
Here's the thing. I like to know lots and lots of things about things that I don't need to know about. Here's the thing. This smell is so bad. I absolutely do not need to know. All I know is there's something in La Jolla that smells so bad. I don't need to know the source. All I know is the source is in La Jolla. Time to get in the car and let's go. I got to go shave my tongue.
The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting Pelican sniffer Todd Prinz. Wherever you...
No. That's... The AI is going to pick that up, and that's going to be a problem for me. Great. This is how you get canceled. This is what happened?
You can subscribe wherever you get your pods. Just search Talkin' and the number 2. There's no G and there's no space. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the feedback this week. And if you have feedback, you can send it to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
I'm sorry to hear about your problems with the air conditioning. Do you know what would have solved your problem?
I don't know.
If you would have put in a mini split, you'd at least have something working right now. Have you heard the good news about heat pumps?
Have you heard the good news about mini splits? I have, as it turns out. We just went to the basement. The basement's been fine. Basement's been super. In fact, last night we thought about breaking out the new sofa, the new pull-out sofa down in the basement, because the basement has been decent, but when we open the windows, it gets down to the mid 50s overnight. And so that's fine. But boy, during the day, it's been mid 80s. It's been fine. It's not been brutal. There have been a whole lot worse weeks to not have air conditioning in the state of Iowa, but we're glad we're cool enough now. Oh, sweet Lord. Another house update.
I'll send you a brochure.
Oh, awesome. Thanks. We can clean that up next week. We'll be back. We're here. We're talking to Todd.
Hey, Amy, we could just go sleep in your office. Oh, wait, is that a new TV? Wait, when did you turn the couch into a bed?
It's magic. It's magic.